You need to leave.
I'm not leaving.
You're coming up here taking photos of pictures?
Yeah. First of all, lower your voice now.
All I asked you is why you're here taking photographs of other people's property. You're taking pictures of other people's vehicles and license plates, which is against the law.
Taking photography.
Okay. Not here. Not right now, okay?
Okay. What are you going to do if I don't stop?
But taking license plate pictures of license plates, you are not allowed to do. Do you have your ID on you?
Do you have your ID on you?
Now you're on our accident scene, so I want you to identify yourself.
I want you to identify yourself right now.
Officer Cagle.
Lake Jackson, Texas police attacked and arrested a citizen journalist for filming the aftermath of a car crash on Friday afternoon. Roland Reyes runs the Facebook group Brazoria County News, which has over 10,000 members. As you will see in the video, the officer clearly articulates that the dispute is specifically about the man filming, which is a constitutionally protected activity. A woman who was closer to the vehicles was also filming. A man was standing in the middle of the road. The traffic officer admitted that the accident scene was done, yet Officer Cagle claims the man was interfering with an investigation. Interfering with public duties is the go-to contempt of cop charge that tyrants use to criminalize constitutionally protected activity that they do not like.
What did you say now?
I asked you, why are you here?
I said I'm taking photos.
Okay. Are you allowed on this accident scene? That's what I'm asking you.
You're asking me if I'm allowed to be here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you think?
Okay. I need you to leave, please.
I'm not going to leave.
Mendoza, your accident scene. You're taking pictures of other people's vehicles and license plates, which is against the law.
What are you doing right now?
Taking photography.
Okay. Not here. Not right now, okay?
Okay. What are you going to do if I don't stop?
Okay. Look, all I'm asking, you can do what you need to do. Just go over there.
You're not going to stop me from taking photography.
Okay.
You work for the newspaper?
I don't have to work for the newspaper to take public photography.
Okay. But taking license plate pictures of license plates, you are not allowed to do.
You are also by law allowed to lie to me. That's incorrect information.
No, I think you need to relearn the law on that.
You actually can, okay. And I can take all the videos of license plates that I want.
Okay. You go ahead and do that.
I will.
Do you have your ID on you?
Do you have your ID on you?
Now you're on our accident scene,
okay.
So I want you to identify yourself.
I want you to identify yourself right now.
Officer Cagle.
Badge number?
635.
And you?
Officer Mendoza, 575.
Now watch how I'm not going to give you my license.
Okay. Then I need you to remove yourself from this
I'm not going to remove myself from this accident scene.
455. I need a supervisor out here to this scene now.
You wanted to come here and intimidate me?
Sir,
let me tell you something right now.
No, sir, let me
this is not your accident scene. This is all public property, okay?
You're coming up here taking photos of pictures?
Yeah. First of all, lower your voice now.
Sir, I'm talking the same way.
No. You came here with a bad energy.
No, I asked what you were doing.
You're going to lower your voice now when you talk to me.
You sat here and said, I can be wherever I want.
Anywhere I want,
okay.
Yes.
All I asked you is why you're here taking photographs of other people's
None
property.
of your goddamn business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you going to identify yourself since you're part of this accident now?
Absolutely not.
Okay. And why is that?
Because you are not my dad. Who do you think you are?
And you do not belong in this accident
I can be anywhere I want.
You need to leave.
I'm not leaving.
Mendoza?
Sir.
I'm not leaving.
Just leave.
I'm not leaving.
Okay, all we're asking.
You're not going to tell me you're not going to intimidate me out of here.
I don't understand what the purpose is.
What is your purpose of you being here right now?
Okay, so
you have an accident scene. Go deal with it.
Okay, this accident is said and done. These records are now
Then walk away. You're dismissed. Okay. I don't need you here.
Okay, so this accident scene's over. Why are you
Then get the
here?
fuck out of here. I don't need you here. You're trying to intimidate me? 2 officers with guns?
No one's touching anything on that.
Then back away, because if I had come to you this close, you'd have arrested my ass.
You're already on our scene, which is interfering in my investigation.
Here. I'm not interfering with any of your shit.
You need to put your finger out of my face.
You need to back up for me then.
I don't need to back up. This is my scene. This is his scene.
No, fuck you and your scene, man. I'm standing
you need
right
to
here.
leave now.
I'm not leaving anywhere.
Leave.
I'm not leaving anywhere.
You need to
go. I'm not leaving anywhere. I'm not.
The citizen journalist was transported to the emergency room by Lake Jackson EMS. He was in custody and handcuffed, even while at the hospital. He suffered injuries to his head, face, knee, and wrist. Although most of the injury photos are too graphic to show, here are the injuries from the handcuffs. Officer Cagle also went to the hospital, likely a police scheme to try to fabricate charges against the cameraman. The use of force continuum prescribes how police officers should interact with a subject, as we are called. This man had every right to be present within the traditional public forum and document the police activity. Thus, the police had no authority to compel him to leave. However, in the event that he was committing a crime, the next step would have been to arrest the citizen journalist. The citizen journalist did not approach the police. He did not make any physical contact and did not show any indication that he might flee or become violent. The police never verbalized that he was under arrest or commanded him to present his hands for restraint. Instead, they immediately used hard physical control by violently taking him down to the ground without any warning. This was an obvious use of excessive force. Although the citizen journalist did not appear to use any force against the officers, Texas law states, Penal Code Section 9.31c, the use of force to resist an arrest or search is justified if, before the actor offers any resistance, the peace officer uses or attempts to use greater force than necessary to make the arrest or search, and when, and to the degree, the actor reasonably believes the force is immediately necessary to protect himself against the peace officer's use or attempted use of greater force than necessary. I believe Officer Cagle should be investigated by a non-biased entity for abuse of official capacity, official oppression, and aggravated assault by a public servant, which is a first-degree felony. Unfortunately, the Brazoria County Government Club is defined by double standards. Let's start with this interaction. Cagle was triggered when the citizen journalist pointed his finger after the officers invaded his space.
I'm not interfering with any of your shit.
You need to put your finger out of my face.
You need to back up for me then.
I don't need to back up.
But what did Officer Cagle do first?
You wanted to come here and intimidate
No,
me?
sir, you
Let me
came
tell you
on
something
our
right now.
No, sir, let me explain
This is not
to
your
you.
accident scene. This is all public property, okay?
You're coming up here taking photos of pictures?
Yeah.
Do as I say, not as I do. Like I said, double standards. Lake Jackson police often try to escalate situations to create offenses where the police officer is the victim. For example, interfering, evading, resisting arrest, or assault on a police officer. They likely figured they would use this tactic against Mr. Reyes. If the police could have pinned any crime on him, you know they would have. But instead, after reviewing the incident, the police administration ordered the officers to release the citizen journalist from custody. Here's an example of LJPD escalating another scene when someone verbally stood up to them. The 18-year-old was taken down without warning and charged with resisting.
Everyone needs to ask the word to shut up. Ask the word to shut up. They don't gotta talk.
Hey! Shut the fuck up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I'm my mama, shut up! Why are you putting me in here? No, shut up, I just should. Chill out. Chill out. Mama, you can look me up. I ain't right! I'm a Poopy's rice, bro. Ass me rice, bro. Stop touching me. Bro, ass me rice. Ass me rice.
Prior to the sudden arrest, the young man was talking to another officer for around 10 minutes and was compliant. On Thursday morning, the Lake Jackson police arrested an 80-year-old engineer at his home. They said, subject was arrested for interfering with public duties at his home while the city was serving a warrant. We have requested public information about that incident. However, Brazoria County disabled online access to jail and court records several days ago, so I am unable to provide additional details at this time. The local government club is mad that establishment-backed district clerk candidate Kayla Myers lost because of my investigative reporting, and they're looking to retaliate. I usually would not use profanity while documenting police calls. However, it is not against the law to cuss at the police. Officers must demonstrate restraint when people exercise the constitutionally protected right to criticize police actions. However, if you are triggered by the use of profanity, then I hope you will hold the Lake Jackson police officers accountable for cussing at kids.
I'm gonna ask y'all one time, one at a time. I know you're lying. I'm gonna put you in the back of my car. You're gonna go to jail. What is she goddamn hand? What do you don't fucking understand about that? Get out.
I understand what police is, but I don't think you're
Hey, all that ain't necessary.
Because you like you good, you good. Put it back up.
In that video clip, a Lake Jackson officer barged into a room and had the kids at gunpoint. 2 years ago, off-duty Brazoria County Sheriff's deputies assaulted John Gray at a political event for Richard Foreman, a candidate running for sheriff. Lake Jackson police arrived and trespassed John from the Lake Jackson Civic Center, which is a public building. Lake Jackson police refused to take a police report against the off-duty cops until after I ran a story about it.
How you doing, John?
Good, how are you?
Doing good.
Doing all right?
Can you come with me, please? I want to talk to you outside.
No, I'm gonna stay right here. It's a public event. No,
Okay.
don't touch my stuff.
John.
Do not touch my body cam is running right now. Sir.
I know. Come on.
No, do not touch my stuff. Give me my stuff back.
Hey, don't make a scene. Come on.
Give me my stuff back.
John, please.
Give me my stuff back.
Come on.
Give me my stuff back.
Get your stuff back, but there's no reason.
This is a public event.
Right now. Come on.
This is a public event.
No. Come on.
This is a public event.
Come on.
Get your hands off me.
Come on.
Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me.
Take your stuff. Hold this. John, listen.
Get the fuck off me. Body cam, bitches, right there. Give me my shit.
Hold on.
Give me my shit. I want my shit.
We're going to get it.
I want my shit right now.
Where's it at? Hold on. That's not everything. John, you got something else here. Here, let me see it. Thank you. Thank you, John.
Let's go live, bitches.
That's fine. You need to leave.
Get away from me.
need
This is
to
a
leave.
public building.
I understand.
This is a public building.
Please leave.
No.
Leave.
Hell no. Get away from me. Stop touching me right now.
John.
Stop touching me.
John.
Stop touching me. This is the Lake Jackson, Texas Police Department. What's your name and badge number one more time, sir?
I already told you on
Tell me again. Public servant, what is your name and badge number? Public servant, what is your name and badge number?
Right. You want your criminal trespass for this property. Mr. Gray, at this point, you're a criminal trespass for the Civic Center property. That contains all this parking lot, even up to the back of the police department.
I need to
you
get-
are no longer welcome on this property. You need to vacate immediately.
What is the reason? What is the reason? Why was I criminal
You were
trespassing?
criminal trespass.
For what? This is a public
Because
building,
you
correct?
caused a
I didn't
disturbance.
cause a scene. This man caused a scene, and he should be
You
criminally
caused a scene.
trespassed.
These people want you gone. You need to leave
Is
now.
it their building?
You need to leave now.
I need to get my vehicle.
You need to get in your vehicle and you need to leave. Or you
All right,
are going
guys.
to be
Lake
arrested.
Jackson Police Department.
Have a good day. Go.
I talked to Sergeant Sestra prior to coming here. He told me to inform you to contact Brazoria County Sheriff's Department.
I'm here to make a criminal complaint.
I'm just letting you know what he told me.
Okay.
He said our administration, Lake Jackson administration, told him to refer you to Brazoria County.
But it happened in Lake Jackson. There was an assault in Lake Jackson.
In Brazoria County, correct?
Yes, but it was an assault that took place at a Lake Jackson building.
Okay. Like I said, I'm telling you what our administration said.
So I need you to
Contact
take the
Brazoria
criminal
County.
complaint, man.
Hmm?
I need you to take the criminal
They
complaint.
referred. Yeah, they told me to refer you to
I'm
Brazoria
not.
County.
No, this happened. This is a crime that was committed in Lake Jackson.
Okay.
You're the Lake Jackson Police Department,
Yes,
correct? I'm here to file a criminal complaint
Okay, sir.
of a crime that happened in Lake Jackson, on Lake Jackson City property. There's absolutely no reason why I have to go to Brazoria County for that.
I was advised by my administrator.
And what is the administrator's name?
His
again?
name is Assistant Chief Chris Anderson.
Okay.
He advised me that if you came up here to talk to you and advise you that
So you
because
don't-
it was involving an off-duty county deputy, okay, and this was, and he apparently
special
was,
rights?
he was apparent, no, he was
He does
acting-
apparently because he committed a crime in Lake Jackson and
He
nobody's
was-
taken my complaint. He committed a crime.
Listen to me. I've been advised to tell you that we will cooperate with the county's investigation completely. I seen him grab your property off of the table.
Right,
yes, sir.
right.
Sergeant Sestra refused to hold the county cops accountable and booted John from the public property. Has he changed since then?
This is Sergeant Sestra, Lake Jackson Police Department. I was just returning your phone call, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if Cagle's been arrested yet and fired.
This incident is currently under investigation. At this current point in time, that's all the information I can provide you with.
So what would happen if I were to just randomly walk up to somebody because they were holding a camera and beat them up? What would happen to me? Why is he
Sir,
is he
all I can
special?
tell you
Is he a
right now
sovereign
is
citizen?
It's currently being investigated.
I've reviewed the video. You don't need to investigate this. You need to put him in jail and fire him. That's what needs to happen.
I understand.
How long does that take to investigate? How long does that take to investigate? Because I could do it. I did it. I did it in about 30 seconds. I investigated it. He needs to be fired and placed in jail.
It's currently under investigation by our administration.
Okay.
Any other
Are you going to release the body cam footage?
Sir?
Are you going to release the body cam footage?
If somebody, I'm not really sure.
I'm requesting it right now. I'm requesting it right now.
Somebody has to.
I'm requesting it right now.
Right now, it's currently under investigation.
Okay. When do you think the arrest of the Officer Cagle will be made?
Sir, I cannot say if an arrest will be made or not. This incident is currently under investigation by our administration.
Okay. He's at least been taken off the streets, right? So.
Further questions?
Yeah. He's at least
I'm the patrol sergeant on duty, sir.
He's at least been taken off the streets for the public safety, right?
Sir?
He's at least been taken off the streets for now for public safety?
Currently under investigation by our administration, sir. I can assure you of that.
Okay. Do you guys need help? Because I can review the footage with you and I can walk you through step by step of every law he violated. I can help you with this.
The whole incident is currently under investigation by our department.
Well, I appreciate the call back and
investigation, and after the investigation is complete, whatever actions, if any, necessary, will be taken.
So just a few more questions. So there wasn't even any charges, right? You just released him after you beat him up from the emergency room, correct?
Sir, this incident is currently under investigation by our administration.
I certainly appreciate the call, and trust me, I'll be following up on this. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a good day too, sir. Bye.
The only thing LJPD would say to me is that the entire incident is under administrative investigation, and such investigations are not routine. I reached out to the city and police administration, but did not hear back prior to production. The police refused to provide any meaningful information to me and John. How can we tell their side of the story if they won't talk? But then Sergeant Necestra goes around town complaining about my videos.
You just documenting something?
Just out here taking pictures. I mean, it's a nice campus. Got a lot of nice shrubberies and whatnot, so, yeah. And yes, I'm armed.
I figured you were.
Yeah.
What's your name? What's your name?
I'd rather not give it.
Okay,
I mean,
fine.
you can call me David. That's my first name.
David.
Yeah, I mean.
Sounds good.
I just don't know what they're going to do out here, so.
I understand.
So.
432, I believe he advised he was on scene.
21, I am on scene and out with the subject. I'm speaking with him now. He's on public property. It's on the sidewalk.
But the good thing about it is if he's putting it on YouTube, you don't need a warrant or anything. You got it.
Bad part is they edit some of it.
Do they? I thought
they cut stuff out.
The guy you're talking about, if it's the one I think of, is what's his name? I'm a good citizen. Extra good citizen. Yeah. Extra good citizen. He does his stuff live, doesn't he?
He does a lot of his stuff live.
Okay.
There's some that will edit stuff out and come back. They'll do their editing and post stuff on. So.
A resident followed up with the police department yesterday afternoon. Since he's unknown to the police, they didn't sneak out the back door and got stuck answering citizen questions.
Hello, sir. What is your position here, sir?
Assistant Chief Police.
Oh, okay. Can I talk to you for 5 minutes?
Sure.
Yeah. Is it okay if I record?
Sure, no problem.
Okay. Okay, I don't have any guns or nothing. No,
sure.
Okay, all I have is my wallet and my car keys. Mm-hmm. So, today, there was a thing going on where they abused a citizen, one of the policemen, and they sent him to the hospital. And right now, I don't know the policeman's name, but I'm sure you do, since you're
okay, so what exactly is your question, sir?
What is the policeman's name? I would like to know, just in case I want to follow up with a situation.
Okay, his name's Officer Cagle.
Officer what?
Cagle.
Cagle, okay. And can you repeat your position here again?
Assistant Chief of Police.
And your name?
Chris Anderson.
Chris what?
Anderson.
Anderson?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a badge number?
259.
Yes, sir. Okay.
I'm sorry, 480.
480.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Different agency. That's all
okay.
the badge number. So, yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for being cooperative with me.
Sure.
I would like to know if that man has been arrested yet or not.
What man?
The one who abused that
You
citizen.
asking me about the officer?
Yeah.
The officer has been suspended with pay, pending an internal affairs investigation until we get the results. I can tell you that much.
Okay.
We're being transparent. I'm not going to hide anything.
So that means that he committed a crime then?
No. What it means is that we're doing an investigation. He is suspended at home with pay, and we're going to do an investigation. And once we complete our investigation, then we'll make a decision on what we're going to do next.
Yes, sir. Okay. So the other question would be, you're investigating a police officer in Lake Jackson for what reason?
We're investigating the use of force.
The use of force?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's the term.
So that use of force was overforce?
We're investigating.
You're investigating
that's
that
what
too?
the investigation is for, to find out if the appropriate action was taken.
I understand.
Okay. Fair enough?
Yes, sir. For now, yes. I might come back some other day and follow up.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank you very
Fair
much.
enough. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
That was an excellent example of citizen journalism and something anyone can do. You should be asking questions of your government administrators. Assistant Chief Anderson said they were being transparent and would not hide anything. I will be requesting the records today. Do you think they will release everything, or will they hide the public information?
So we're trying to identify this subject right here. Could you help me out?
You can do an open records request.
I'm trying to identify this subject.
Okay. Do you have paperwork you need to drop off?
Who is this?
Do you have paperwork?
Who is this? The assistant chief. The assistant chief. What the hell is his problem? Is that him again?
Hey, you need somebody else up here Monday morning, but other than that, you're not getting anyone else.
Hold on, I couldn't hear you. What?
I said you're not getting anybody else here. So if you need some help,
Yeah, I do need help, but you just walked off.
Yeah, because I'm not going to play a game with you.
I'm not playing games. I spoke to the assistant chief earlier today. He told me I could come up here and get help. He was trying to tell me who this is. On the call sheet, it had the patrol lieutenant. Is this the patrol lieutenant?
Like I said,
Is this the patrol lieutenant?
Did you do a opens record request?
No, I haven't done that yet. I just got here.
It will probably answer your question.
I'd like to know the question today. It was purported. No, that's the police administration. Have you talked to your boss about this?
No, I have not.
He indicated that he was going to be transparent. I didn't know how to communicate to ask who this person is.
Well,
I have a picture now.
Monday morning.
I have a picture now.
He will be here Monday morning to answer.
Your assistant chief was quite cordial to me.
Okay.
You walked off from me.
Yeah, I will. I was dispatched here because you said you had paperwork to give me.
I said I'm looking for an identification, and I do have paperwork.
Okay. Well, like I said, if you want that information, go the proper channel, do the open records request. And
So again, y'all are going to do a cover-up. It's another Lake Jackson Blue Line cover-up.
Thank you. Is that what you need me to take?
I'd appreciate it if y'all could work on that.
All right, I'll give it to him. Thank you.
The new line from the police is, you can film, but... And then they give you demands that effectively block your ability to document the official activities of the police. Of course, the filming is what the cops have a problem with, but they've been trained to avoid liability. However, Officer Cagle came straight out with his true feelings.
You're coming up here taking photos of pictures?
Yeah. First of all, lower your voice.
All I asked you is why you're here taking photographs of other people's property. You're taking pictures of other people's vehicles and license plates, which is against the law.
The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals decision, Turner v. Driver, affirms the right to film the police in Texas. Cagle has no qualified immunity. Lake Jackson officers know that public photography is not a crime, including filming crash scenes and license plates. In fact, vehicle crash scenes are one of the most important situations to thoroughly document. But don't take my word for it. The Nationwide Insurance website says what to do after an accident. 5. Record what happens. While you're on site, write down the location of the accident and how it happened. take pictures of the damage done to all of the vehicles involved.
Use your cell phone camera to take photos to document the damage.
Progressive says, exchange info and take pictures. While the police report provides official documentation of the crash, always take your own pictures of the damage to your vehicle as well as pictures of any other vehicles involved as a part of your car accident checklist. Gather images from multiple angles to show exactly where any impact occurred. USAA states, take photos of any damage and the scene of the accident. Allstate states on their website, take pictures. Document the accident thoroughly by taking pictures of your vehicle from different angles, showing the damage done to both cars. It might also be a good idea to take pictures of the other car's license plates. Well, I suppose be careful if you are in Lake Jackson. You might end up in the emergency room if you attempt to take pictures of a license plate. An independent witness has a right to document a crash scene that is on public property or is in public view. I frequently provide non-biased video evidence and statements to car insurance companies. I don't understand why Cagle would object to documenting a crash scene. It's a very common activity. However, during my investigation, I learned that Cagle was not dispatched to the call. Several minutes after the call dropped, he added himself to the minor accident call. Many people in Texas do not understand what authority is. They erroneously believe that just because another man puts on a costume, he can automatically order others around. However, police officers often act outside of the scope of their authority. First, Officer Cagle tried to claim it was illegal to take pictures of vehicles and license plates. Next, he attempted to compel the citizen journalist to identify. They wanted his ID so they could run him for warrants. Arresting people for unrelated warrants is a common tactic tyrants use to stop constitutionally protected activity that they do not like. Finally, Cagle claims that he is interfering with an investigation. However, the vehicles were already being loaded onto the wreckers. Officer Mendoza stated that the scene was over. Others were much closer to the crash scene. No investigation was occurring. The officers came up to the journalist. He did not approach them. The legislature established the expectations for crash scenes. Transportation Code 545-157 states, on approaching an emergency vehicle, an operator, unless otherwise directed by a police officer, shall vacate the lane closest to the vehicle or slow to a speed not to exceed 20 miles per hour, less than the posted speed limit. Thus, the expectation for motorists is that they can be in the lane adjacent to the crash, just inches away as long as they slow down. It would be unreasonable to suggest that pedestrians should face more restrictive limitations. How many vehicles passed within inches of the crash, getting closer pictures with video phones and dash cameras to include the license plates? Were they arrested? It's not about safety or an investigation. Many police officers hate when people film them, and they retaliate against those who dare exercise their constitutional rights. It's not about taking pictures of crashes either. A quick look on police department Facebook pages will show you plenty of crash pictures posted by the police. The bullies with badges assert perceived authority that does not exist. If you trust the state, let's see what they have to say about filming. This is from the required civilian interaction training that all Texas officers must complete. The training says that video cameras and vehicles and smartphones are perfectly legal and becoming increasingly common. In Texas, citizens have the right to make video or audio recordings of almost any transaction to which they are an active participant or witness. Witnesses may legally record video of peace officers as they interact with the public in much the same way that officers record the same transactions. Citizens may not, however, do so in a manner that physically impedes an officer's ability to perform his duties. For example, they cannot physically place themselves between an officer and someone the officer is attempting to search or arrest. Unfortunately, only a few of us are allowed to film the Lake Jackson police, and many of our interactions with them are phony. But even we must be careful. We did not film the Lake Jackson police during the months leading up to the primary election to avoid political retaliation. Many are part of the government club establishment, and they would love to take us out. Mr. Reyes was taking pictures for his Facebook group. It was not an audit. But look how hard Lake Jackson failed a First Amendment audit by News Now Omaha. Sadly, they even knew they were being audited.
Look behind you. Look behind you. Put your hands on now. Hands on your head now. What are you doing? I was scratching my back. What? Scratching my back. You always see me filming. Hey, bro, you better put your guns away. Hey. Stop. No. My a crime.
Hey, what are you
I've committed no crime.
Car alarm's going off.
He turned his car alarm on, not me. Hey, put your gun away, dude. Dude, you don't touch me. You don't touch me. I don't care about you. I was scratching my back. Okay.
Let me see your ID.
Why?
Because I asked for it. That's
what crime am I being detained for?
Because there's car alarms going off over here.
Hey, he didn't get it. Ask him about it. Ask me about it. I'm exercising my constitutional rights. Haven't broken anything. I got it all on film. I'm documenting everything. What's your name, badge number?
Hey, he was pulling on door handles.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't pulling on door handles. Lake County Jackson. I never pulled on door handles. That's a lie. You want to hold that? I got it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't. That's the camera.
You didn't? No, well, you know what? We got cameras all around the building, and you've been walking around the parking lot.
I've been filming, too. I have been filming.
Good.
I've been exercising my constitutional rights. That's what I've been doing. I'm a First Amendment audit.
Well, you know what I think you're out here trying to do is you're trying to get us to come out here to make contact with you so you can just make up some kind of story.
I didn't do nothing illegal.
And you know what? We wasn't harassing you at all. We weren't doing anything with you until you popped a car door alarm.
No, I didn't.
You need some classes on First Amendment auditing, okay?
Yep, I sure do. And you need some classes on respecting my constitutional rights, man.
Yeah, well, you need to get out of here.
I'm not getting out of here, man. What's your name and badge number for the record?
I already told you.
What's your name and badge number? Y'all come out here with guns drawn, pulling on me for no legal reason.
You know what? I would suggest you get out of here right now.
For what crime?
Right?
I'm going to get a complaint.
Because you're fixing to get charged with harassment.
Harassment of a peace officer?
Yeah.
That's a first. I want to file a complaint. You guys came out guns drawn. I want to file a complaint. This is ridiculous, man.
Lake Jackson responded by investigating Floyd Wallace and John Gray for false alarm or report. Never mind that John had nothing to do with it, but like I said, they'd like to take us out. But there was no probable cause for that offense. A few weeks later, Joan Huffman, the state senator for Brazoria County, introduced the bill for false report to induce emergency response, which was cited by lawmakers as being necessary due to social media. The bill became law effective September 2021, and it has since been used by Livingston, Texas to arrest numerous YouTubers. But if you're a cop in Brazoria County, you probably don't have to worry about facing criminal charges. The local government club members protect each other and investigate internally. These are not criminal investigations. They evaluate only whether department policy was violated. I requested the Lake Jackson police policies several years ago, but they were never released. Rosenberg and Fort Bend County shared their policies, but not Lake Jackson. They claim they've earned and maintained the trust of the community with professional police work.
65 log John Gray on location.
Really, dude? That.
I know who you are. You're a dumbass John Gray. That's who you are.
Is it part of your policy to identify when asked for name and badge number?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, what's your name and badge number?
Hey, how you doing, me?
What's your name and badge number, Tyrant?
Tyrant.
Tyrant, what's your name and badge number?
Can you read? Can you read? Right there. See that? 1029. That's
hey,
what it is.
Don't touch my camera.
Shut up.
You shut up.
After John Gray was hit with a flashlight by a deputy, the county refused to pursue charges. Government employees should face at least as much scrutiny as the general public, but instead they are protected by their friends. The district attorney and judges refuse to equally apply the law. For example, take the results of the jury tampering scandal. No charges were filed. When police never face true accountability, they learn that they can violate citizens' rights and get away with it. Do you think the Justice of the Peace for Lake Jackson, Robin Rape, will sign an arrest warrant for Officer Cagle?
Family,
Johnny
stop.
boy, you're a liar.
Me
Nobody
and,
likes you
me
doing
and,
this kind of stuff.
Me and my
Johnny boy.
family stopped on the
Nobody likes one. Ain't you got a life?
Me and my family stopped on the side of the
Are
road
you
to help
so
this.
upset that you have to come around and antagonize
Me
people?
and my family. I'm not. You're the one antagonizing, sir. I'm just trying to ask you some questions.
The illegal conduct of government officials and employees is excused. Meanwhile, the constitutionally protected activities of independent journalists are subjected to substantial scrutiny by the local government club. Instead of embracing the Constitution, many local law enforcement agencies scheme about ways to take us out without looking bad while the cameras are rolling. How can the public trust a government that refuses to hold itself accountable? Although it wouldn't be right to immediately fire Cagle without thorough documentation and due process, there is certainly enough probable cause for his arrest. He should be booked into jail just like they do to the rest of us. Instead, he gets to enjoy paid time off. I personally have little faith in the Lake Jackson police. After Speaker of the House Dennis Bonnen threatened me on Election Day, I immediately filed a report with LJPD. Nothing was done. But a year later, when I was filming people who were passing out flyers against Bonnen, Lake Jackson illegally detained me for constitutionally protected activity.
Hello.
Hi.
Just so I can talk to you real quick.
Your lights aren't on. Am I being detained?
No, sir, but I've been called about your
You can walk with me if you want, but I've got somewhere to be.
Look.
You want to walk with me?
No, I'm just going to talk to you real quick, and you're going to be on your way, okay? But I'm just trying to talk to you so I can give you some advice. So, like I said, man, just explain to you, we're going to get calls. I understand you're in the area. You're exercising your rights.
Okay.
It's fantastic. But when we show up, man, we're not here to yell at you, take anything away from you. When we get called,
as you see, we've already passed out mine, so
yeah. So
I got other places to be.
Yeah, y'all are good to go, man. Like I said, just be aware. We're gonna get called. We have to stop and talk to you. That's what we have to do. It's our job. So
Okay.
Yeah, y'all are good to go, man. Like I said, I'm not.
So just to be clear, every time I call 2700 from now on, an officer will come out no matter what I call about.
Well, yeah, we have to respond. I mean, it could be.
Okay.
For anything. But
Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
So I'd be pretty sure when I need, anything police matter, and I call 2700, someone's going to come out. Okay, good to know.
Number, yeah. If you don't have an emergency, man, don't call 911. That's abuse of 911. That is a problem.
It's disappointing to call the police department with legitimate questions only to be stonewalled. It feels like the Blue Lion covering for each other. If there were good police officers who actually respected the tax-paying public, they would immediately speak out against police misconduct. Are they silent because they enjoy when citizen journalists are hurt? The Lake Jackson police continue to resist necessary reform. Instead of respect and restraint, we see egos and escalation. For Officer Cagle, either way you look at it, if it was incompetence or if it was lying, he is unfit for duty. A purported internal affairs investigation shouldn't shield him from the criminal justice system. Will Brazoria County begin to hold government employees accountable, or will officers continue to get free passes for trampling on our rights? Earlier in the video, I explained that Lake Jackson likes to escalate situations to charge people with contempt of cop charges. Prior to publication, Reyes posted the following statement. I feel very sad today. I was booked for resisting arrest and assault on a police officer, but as it turns out, it never held any water. I never made it to jail. I've always loved and honored police, but today I feel very different about them. This is a developing story. If you learn of any new details, please pass the information along to me. Remember, always record the police. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You can watch this video to learn more about how Lake Jackson protects police officers who violate the law.